Morning, welcome to another vlog. Not a particularly long one today, hopefully. Going to go to Goole and walk to Saltmarshe. So we're on the up platform here at Cottingley, waiting for this train coming in now. And we're going to go to Murfield with it, then get the Grand Central one to Doncaster, then Doncaster to Goole, walk round to Saltmarshe. Okay, we've got the drone with us, so I'm going to fly it. So as I say, I'm going to fly it at Goole Swing Bridge and have a walk onto Saltmarshe. So let's get straight on this train and head to Murfield. Right, so we're now waiting for this one now. This is the Grand Central service to King's Cross, and it is going to King's Cross, this one, not just Doncaster. We're only going to Doncaster with those, so we can then change there for a service to Goole. And since we've been waiting, there's a few more passengers turned up. There has. So there's about half a dozen perhaps for this service. Let's get on about here, I think. Right, just leaving Murfield.
Grand Central service for London King's Cross, calling at Wakefield Kirkgate, Pontefract Goole Hill, Doncaster, and London King's Cross.
Safety information is located in the facility. Please familiarise yourself with the information.
This is where we got the coal oil train that time, with the drone just down there.
We'd like to ask passengers to please take extra care at all times when handling hot drinks.
So we shall move over to the bi-directional now, very shortly. Up main, down Hill and Y. I think we ought to bring the drone here actually to Ravensthorpe one day and fly it around here, because it's going to change quite considerably if the upgrade plans do go ahead. Sort of later this year and next. So here we are, this is Ravensthorpe, but there's no platforms on this line, of course. Not far off Kirkgate now. This is the Great Northern Main Line to Westgate, Leeds, Doncaster. So we're going to go into platform 3 on this one. Looks like we just got the road, it's just opened it up. Last time we did this, we were down there on the fast line. Actually, this is a slow line. For some odd reason, it's reversed here. Slow line's in the middle, fast line's at the edge. Wiggle across to platform 3. It's the only platform this service can use. The only other track would be the goods road, far side of 3, but wouldn't please many people getting on and off at Kirkgate. In fact, one train used to do that, was non-stop Doncaster to Murfield when it first started. Not sure if we're straight in, straight out here or not actually, but soon find out. We've got the road anyway. And there's a few punters. Well, we did have just a few minutes time to wait there at Kirkgate. But we're on the move again. Never never forget we used to stop here with rail tours in the past.
This is a Grand Central service for
Right down to
London
head of
King's
platform
Cross,
here, getting shots of the locos, everything.
Monk Hill, Doncaster, and
So that's the main line to Normanton and Leeds and York.
Please familiarise yourself with the information.
Why is it silver birches like all railways and railway land? You don't tend to get much else, it's just silver bloody birches. What is it? Look, there's hundreds of them. That's not a silver birch, I suppose, but a lot of them are. And that's the curve from Turner's Lane round to Calder Bridge. There's a couple of locos on it. There's only wait for us to go. So you can see the River Calder. Hence this being called Calder Bridge Junction.
for the safety and comfort of all of our passengers, please ensure your luggage is stored in the designated areas provided and not in aisles, vestibules or designated manager spaces.
There's another bridge built over there now, that's that new road. Just coming up to one of my favourite bits just here. This kind of S-bend. Just round the corner from Crofton Depot. You could fly the drone here. There's no actual paths, which makes it a bit inaccessible. But it is lovely just here. So just one more stop and then we're at Doncaster. I think when they extended it now it just about fits on 5-car formation, one of these. There doesn't look to be anybody here.
Grand Central service for London King's Cross, calling at Doncaster and London King's Cross.
Safety information is located in the saloon. Please familiarise yourself with the information.
Go on the back of Nottingham shortly, and then on to Ascot to Doncaster. Looks like some more houses are going up here as well, doesn't it? Goods Junction. I think it's just called Pontefract East Junction now, actually. But that's the connection. Well, a bit rusty, is that? Not a heavy shine on it, very light shine. That goes down to Ferrybridge Junction. See that in a moment. There we go. That's the Baggill line, there's the S&K. And a connection. We got that Sims and Grangemouth oil train down here, didn't we? That's the other connection the other way. From Ferrybridge into Nottingham. There's the occasional LNER service that does that on a night. By Ascot, Nottingham, Ferrybridge, Church Fenton. Just so it keeps the route knowledge for any diversions, but it's quite often at night time. So we're going to go to the to the right now. You'll see Nottingham on this side. So obviously you can just go one crossover and go wrong road into the platform. There's one in there as well. I think the down platform it'll be. Makes more sense to use that one for trains that reverse at Nottingham. And still platform 1 and 2 wrong way around as it was. thought they changed it back. Obviously not. So desperately in need of an upgrade is Nottingham. So curve round to the right now, to the south, east and south, and then you'll see Nottingham Depot here. I don't think there's any wagons like that left now in service. They're all the big bogie wagons. Looks like some Realtor stock down there. There's a very sharp curve now coming in from the Goole line, which misses Nottingham. And this is the answer to that riddle, or question that was asked in a quiz. Can a train enter West Yorkshire and leave West Yorkshire without passing through or within sight of a station in West Yorkshire? And that's it there. You go along this line, round that curve, then back out, whichever direction. Not far off Shaftham Junction now, where we join the East Coast Main Line, and this line here is that new flyover they put in a few years ago. So just, I think that junction there is called Haywood Junction. So it's still double tracked the bit that we're on at the moment here, which I would have thought actually would have been such a short little link now, they might have singled it, but it's still an awkward single lead junction at Shaftham though. That is really awkward, and it's very slow speed. Far too slow in my book. Because I'd have had this just one way the opposite way, and we'd go over the flyover this direction, then cut across back down to the East Coast Main Line. That would make more sense. Finally on the move. Been sat there a few minutes because pathing stop, and we're slightly early because it's slackly timed. So we've got an awkward single lead junction onto the main line now. In fact, this is a little bit quicker here than I think it was before. Us drivers having none of it. We've done that a little bit quicker than we've done before. That's the overhead line there from Adding to Stainforth. And then we're on the wrong road now. We'll cross over to the correct road a bit further on. It's quite a long bit between the point and the crossover. There we are. To the up main now. Let's get to Doncaster. Right, it's coming into Doncaster. So J&J get the Goole service. Unfortunately, it started raining a bit now, so I don't know if we'll actually get to fly the drone, but we shall see. About with the doors here. Right, so just got off this one. It's a couple of minutes late, but not much. They've got F straight down there for fast line, I imagine. Right, this is heading off now, straight to King's Cross, non-stop. We may do it again sometime, who knows. London's not very high on my list of priorities at the moment. Right, I want the Hull service next, which is, I think, platform 4. It is. Right, so our next train is now approaching. Still drizzling a bit, so it's might get a bit wet between walking to Saltmarshe. Still hoping to do this walk anyway, whether we'll get to fly the drone or not, we remains to be seen. It's a shame we don't though, because it's a location I've really wanted to do, this Goole Swing Bridge. Right, just leaving Doncaster now. Didn't have to wait quite as long there as we did at Murfield. So, on to Goole. The trading platform 0 there. Not connected up. To the Scunthorpe shop, I would think. So we're down main now. Cross over to the up main in the wrong direction. Over to the Thorn line.
Good afternoon and welcome once again to those of you who've directed Doncaster. This is your 1224 Northern service to Hull. Where we go now? Goole, Rough and...
Calling it inaudible and inaudible, Goole and inaudible and Hull. Sounds about right. Coming up to Thorn Junction now. We've just crossed over to the slow line for the turn out to Thorn North and Goole. Here we are, that's the main line on to Grimsby and Cleethorpes and Scunthorpe. There's a very annoying single lead here now, and now it goes to double track. Thorn North, and that's the road there back on towards Thorn South. We've never done it southbound, have we? We've walked it three times, south to north. We've never yet done it north to south. Not a lot to catch the eye between Thorn North and Goole. It's really annoying when it just sees the sky and wants to overexpose or underexpose it, underexpose the land. It's really annoying. It's a nice fair weather clouds up there now. That looks that's nice, does that? Anyway. Coming up to the canal and the river. That is a tidal river or tidal. Yeah, but this is a treasure river, is that? And there's a canal right next to it, which is there. So we're not very far off Goole. Right, here we are, Goole. Oh, it's come out bright again now. It was rather dull and horrible at Doncaster. It's about time to get the Leeds service back on here, it is. Because that's the way I wanted to go back, but it's not restarted yet. It's probably going to be May when the timetables change. Right, we're going to walk to Saltmarshe from here and hopefully fly the drone near the Sling Bridge. They're Northern's best trains at the moment. They really are. Right, let's go over to the side and go down the steps and underneath. Might as well. It is a green tick station, is this? Even though the steps here, there's some other ways of getting in and out without the stairs. There it is. A bit messy. Right. So obviously you can get around this way without using the stairs. Right, we've come alongside the River Ouse now. So I'll go up that ramp in a minute and you'll see how wide it is. It's very wide here now because it's tidal. Very much tidal. So I'll go this path a bit further around, it'll take us right to the bridge. I suppose this is all flood defences. You get a really high tide, it could flood. There we are. It becomes a humber further out to sea as you get near towards Hull, of course. So we're walking inland now. Right, we just walked along this embankment here alongside the cemetery. The road is sort of curved away over that way now, and right in front of us is Goole Swing Bridge. It's just the larger part that swings. The smaller bits don't, as far as I'm aware. Now we won't actually ride across this today if we go from Saltmarshe on to Brough and then back to Leeds and possibly via Huddersfield. We'll have to just see. So yeah, not sure if it's a train, usually about 1 hour I think at the bottom, but we'll see. Right, we're getting a bit nearer now. So this should look pretty good on with the drone. It should. Very, very light wind. Obviously you can see the turbines over there are turning, so there's some wind. Right, so we're about to walk underneath it now. And so this is the part that's fixed. This doesn't swing. It's just the large parts further across. Just find somewhere to sit down for a bit. I think the train's due for half an hour or so. Right, I've just had about half-hour break or so here at Goole Swing Bridge. See the drone footage, of course, that's quite good. I quite enjoy doing that. A little bit uneasy over the water, I suppose, but life's full of uneasy experiences, isn't it? Anyway, let's continue walking now along the south bank, I think it'll be, west bank at the moment, and then eventually come round to Boothferry Bridge, and we can cross over the river there to the Saltmarshe side. Okay, so let's keep going. We've done just under 2 miles so far, so I'm not sure, I might be about a third of the way probably. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so you can just see where we stop there for a break, and the bridge is there, and obviously it's quite a large expanse of water, is this, 'cause it's a very navigable river, tidal as well, and all that. So yeah, so we're going to just go up here now. As soon as we can turn left off this embankment, we will do. Then we get straight over to Boothferry Bridge, because we've got about 2 hours now, or maybe two and a quarter, 2.5, something like that, for the train at Saltmarshe, because they're both trains are within a minute of each other. One's at 16:47, one's at 16:48. So we've got the chance of two if there's a problem with the other. Right, we just walked along here, and as you can see, it almost looks wider here than it does where the bridge is. So there's a left turn just here now somewhere, I think. Hiya. Oh, another one. Small dogs. Cats are bigger than that. Right, we can turn left here down these stairs. Just cuts a bit of a corner off up there, that's all, but seeing I don't want to walk too far unnecessarily, we'll go down here and onto this road. Looks like a pub. Is it a pub? I think it might have been. So anyway, yeah, straight down here and keep going. Now that's the M62 in the distance there. Excuse me. So walking along here, we'll go underneath the motorway, and then there's a bridge a bit further across where we can cross over to the other side of the river. So easy by drone, yet walking it it'll take well over an hour, I would think, to do it. Right, we just come onto this embankment again now, and this is looking back, obviously. That's Hook Lane, and the motorway is ahead of us now, quite plainly. Very expensive bit of the M62 to build, I suspect this was. It took ages to do. Because it makes you wonder, actually, they didn't actually just dig an underground tunnel out like they did at Conway in North Wales. Because that would have been easier, I think, if anything. Because you could have had a shorter gradient, a bit steeper, but a shorter gradient, underneath, depending on obviously how deep it is. But I can't think it's much more than about, what, 5, maybe 6 metres deep, would it be? I'm going to say it's an estuary, really, isn't it? With it being tidal, it's not, I don't know. You might just look at some depth charts to see how deep it is, for sure. Can't see it being much above 5 or 6 metres, though. Right, this is the motorway now, and I think there's 28 supporting stanchions, which will give 29 spans. And obviously you see right in the middle there is where the boats need to go for the extra height. In fact, there's only 3 sections above water, isn't there? 2 supporting columns in the river. Driven over this a few times in the past, not recently though, but we have. We've been to Hull and wherever. Yeah, there's 2 big supporting stanchions. Look how strong the beams are there. Grief. That would not have been an easy task to do, that build. Anyway, those girders up ahead there now, that's what we're aiming for now. So we can then walk back on the opposite bank over there, back under. When we were talking about depth earlier, there's something in the water there, looks like a bit of tree. So it can't possibly be seriously deep. In fact, I bet it's not even, I bet it's about a couple of metres, if that. Might be deeper in places, but yeah, judging by that piece of tree, it's not very deep. Anyway, let's keep going up here now. Right, this is Boo's Ferry Bridge. So let's get up and get over it. Obviously this does swing in similar fashion to Goole, I would think, the railway bridge. But whether it actually swings sideways or swings up, lifts up, so I think it might be a lifting bridge actually rather than a swing bridge. It's anyone's guess. No, I don't think it's like that, like a bascule type bridge. No, I don't think it would, because they'd have a sort of circular sort of thing at the far end. No, it'll swing all that, it'll swing open. Because there's some lights here, obviously, which is similar to a level crossing. Right, just up here now and over. Wouldn't it be interesting if it actually swung open just like that? This doesn't look official, but never mind. We've done it, official or otherwise. Why do I feel there's a bit of a slant to the right? It feels like there is. Yeah. It's only going to be a bigger boat, so it's not going to fit under. Are we on the bit that swings yet? See the motorway across there. Can't see the railway bridge now because it's too far across. Anyway, let's keep going. As soon as we get across, turn right and head back along the other bank. I don't think this has swung for some time. Back that way, and that's Drax power station up there. I think it is. Not that far from it. Right, this will be the bit that swings now. You know, I strongly suspect. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap there. Oh, so yes, it swings. It'll turn whichever way. And there's some steps up there to the control tower. Right, I don't know where those beacons are that were on the map. Unless that's one just down there. Couldn't see them. Well, we'll get a bit closer in a few minutes. Right, back onto terra firma. How do you get onto the power down there, I think? Right, we did get down there through some gate that didn't appear to be signed well, but anyway, we got down here on the path. So let's continue on this bank now and over to Saltmarshe. Right, you can see the swing bridge there, and it's just this right hand section that swings out, I think, for the boats as and when and all that. So looking back at the motorway again now here, This time we're looking south and east. And we need to be heading over under the motorway again and over to the left. Right, this is that beacon that was marked on the map. There's supposedly one on the other side, but can't see where that actually is. But anyway, where the other one is. It's just so ships obviously can see that there's a light flashing there. They don't go too close to the bank and risk grounding. And the tide is pretty low at the moment. I don't know when high tide is, but maybe later today. I think you get 2 high tides and 2 low tides in a 24-hour period, don't you, normally? Right, we just come through that little bit of a gate just down there, and some whatever that is. Answers on a postcard, please. Imagine it just goes down here now. Side of the, I don't know. No, I don't think we are. Not very clear, is it? Like the proverbial dog turd, not very clear. You step in it. No, it's definitely not down there. We are correct here. Right, we just come through the village of Kilpin, so there's a bit of a blip away from the river here, but we'll come back to it shortly. So it's right here now. And this will take us back towards the river. See, that says whichever way. Right, I just said we came through the village of Kilpin. That's not quite right, it's Kilpin Pike down there. So we're heading for the village of Kilpin now as we go down down here. There's another path off to the left. The river is just to the side of that crane, just over there. We might not see it again actually, but because this is the village of Skelton just up ahead, but there's a path off to the left, which I think is down there where it says Howden. Obviously not the village or the town of Howden, because that's the other side of the river. But there's a path off to the left, and I think it'll probably be down here. Because we're on the east side of the river now. Yeah, there you are. There's a footpath sign. So it's down here now. We'll have a quick look at the river. Oh. From this side. Well, you can see it might not be. Oh, no, you can't really see it down there now. Oh, you can just see the bridge in the distance. Goole Swing Bridge. Right down there. Anyway, I want to go down here now. Oh, if only the drone was strong enough to lift us over the river. That'd have saved us about 2 or 3 miles, would that? Right, that is the village of Kilpin over there. But we won't really go through it, we'll only just touch onto the south side and then head over to Saltmarshe. We will. I'll see if I can get one more drone shot at Saltmarshe. Might just do one more. Right, I've just come out of there now. You can see the little blue arrow on that post. So this is the village of Kilpin, and it looks really pretty. But I say most of it is down there. But we want to go this way now and just onto the road briefly here, and there's another path to the left which we can take, and that will take us pretty much straight to Saltmarshe, as in the station, not the village. Because the station really is actually for Laxton. Saltmarshe village is over a mile away from the station. It is. See, I always think it's a bit daft calling the station Saltmarshe when really it's a lot nearer to Laxton. I don't know if it was ever actually called Laxton and Saltmarshe as a joint station years ago or not, but there'll be some reason why it was. Why it's so, I'm sure. Anyway, let's get down here because there should be another path just over to the left. The road curves around to the right and the path goes pretty much straight ahead as we see, almost. And if we can fly the drone one more time at Saltmarshe, I will do. Where's this path? Yeah, there we are. Don't we have to walk right over a ploughed field? Oh, this is ridiculous, isn't it? Straight over there. Oh, there's some ignoramuses around, isn't there? Plough the path up, or bridleway is actually. Well, let's go for it. I mean, by all means plough over it, but then put the path back when you've finished. Right, that's looking back to where we just were, and obviously some complete cretin here has ploughed over the bloody path and hasn't put it back. As we turn around now, you can see the little footbridge here, so obviously there is a path here, but as I said, some flaming idiots just ploughed it over. Bridleway. So yeah. Oh yeah. So nice to be know that at the other end, wasn't it? You know, edge down there. Anyway, we managed to stuff it. Let's get down here at the train station. Yeah, right, Saltmarshe station is only just around this corner now. Another couple hundred yards and we're there. So we're going to have about maybe half an hour, just under half an hour to wait. But there'll be no more trains coming before ours, unless anything's running late. Or there's any freight trains have just stuck in. But, you know, because it's only about 1 hour in each direction. And at this time, coming up now, another half hour or so, is you get 2 trains that stop here. So, and the level crossing has been modified from last time we were here. It has. Right, welcome to Laxton and Saltmarshe station. Green tick, I believe. Don't see why it shouldn't be. It's a level crossing and platforms are just up to the left, so can't imagine why it wouldn't be a green tick station. This is Trandy Lane. It is. Oh, they made some alterations to the access. I think they might have done. Where's the signal box? The signal box is gone. The signal box was here, I think. I think it was back there. It's all gone. Shame in it. Oh, was it there? Yeah, I think it was there actually. Yeah, that's where it was. So that's looking down towards Saltmarshe village, right beyond Laxton right down, and then obviously that's just where we just come from, and we'll go back over to the downside. I think this will be the upline. It's a downline. That's looking towards Goole, which we're not doing on this occasion, and that is looking towards Hull, which we are doing on this occasion. And you can't walk up the platform there now like you could before, so it's obviously round here. And they've got some sneaky cameras there to catch people dodging the lights. So new access here, platform, station cottage. Looks like some of it's original and some of it isn't. I think there might be a dog there, don't you? Oh, it's changed a bit as this. Yes, it's there's some steps here, but this is definitely new. Wasn't like this last time I was here. And they had to knock a hole in the wall here to get. What was wrong with the original? Oh, was there I think there was a foot crossing there, wasn't there? And obviously the PC brigade have got rid of that. Shame, really. Anyway, we're here. We better stop View Ranger. Right, this is not our train. We have decided to go back via Brough. Seems we came via Doncaster. So obviously with them being only a minute apart, this is the Sheffield train. So we want the Hull service the other side, well this side rather, which should be here shortly. That is rather odd. It's not in sight yet. I thought it would have been by now. Right, that's off to Sheffield. So I don't know whether anyone got on or off. So nobody up there waiting for it. So probably a zero stop. Right, I'm thinking that the barriers might stay down because it's already left Goole. So it's not very far away. And they are doing. So, Saltmarshe, what have we got for facilities? Not a great deal. There's no ticket machine, there's no CCTV, there's a bike rack. Bin bags not blowing, so it's not windy now. There's a shelter, a nice little shelter here, and our train is coming. There's a more modern shelter on the opposite side. Anyway, this is our train on to Brough, Hull service. So we'll get this one and then head over to the opposite side at Brough for the Manchester Piccadilly one, hopefully. So the 170 on the Sheffield, the 158 now on this service. Not going very far with it, just to Brough. Oh, there's people on it. I wonder if anyone's going to get off. I just left Saltmarshe, so let's get on to Brough now. Then we'll head home. Right, approaching Gilberdike now, and that is the line that we're going to go back on in the not too distant. That's the line to Selby and York and Leeds. So, you can see this is where we flew the drone that time we're here earlier, a few weeks ago. We were just down there. Shot we got there. So it's all stations to Brough, and I think it's non-stop to Hull is this one, isn't it? But anyway, when you go next past Brough. Interesting to see if anyone gets off at the next station after this one. That will be interesting. Right, this is another rare station now, limited service station, which is Broomfleet. So little wooden halt. The village of Broomfleet is over that way. Interesting if anyone gets off here. Right, next one now, Brough. And we're off. Across to the opposite side, go straight back. Signal box is out of use now. Looks like it's sinking at one end. We did a walk from there, not that, well, a few years ago, didn't we? Right, made it to Brough. Been here countless times before. So we'll cross over the opposite side now for the Transpennine service to Manchester Piccadilly. Yeah, it's non-stop to Hull now, is this one. I think that's about all it's going to say up there is Hull only on each train. Not many stop at the other ones, Ferriby and Hessel. There isn't really time to have a cup of tea here because they've only got about a good 10 minutes. Right, let's get to the other side.
Selby, Leeds, Huddersfield, Slough, Marsden, Greenfield, Mosley, Staley Bridge and Manchester Piccadilly. This train has 3 carriages.
Right, just one unit on this occasion. So we'll go I might go via Huddersfield for a pizza, but we'll see. I'm going to have to end the video fairly soon anyway now, because the battery on the phone, obviously with flying the drone as well and checking where we've been walking, has gone very low. So we'll get this one to at least Leeds, possibly Huddersfield, and then we'll head home. Let's do it.